Hi, it's Kelly from studyenglishinaustralia.com. Today I'm going to be talking to a French student. Hi, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Please tell me a little bit about yourself.
I will start by my name, I guess. So I am Skye, and as you said, I come from France, mostly in a place called Bretagne, also known as Brittany in English. It's more towards the northwest coast of France, and I've been here for a few years now, and I am mostly interested in modeling, surprisingly, and I am studying interior architecture here. So I started in Adelaide and I stayed there for 3 years. Then I moved to Sydney where I worked for 8 months, and I've been in Melbourne for 6 months now. And I just hope that I won't have to move out again because I am tired of moving out. Yes.
Talk a little bit about where you studied in Adelaide.
Oh, I studied at the University of South Australia. It's a great university. There's probably like 6 campuses, actually, 4 university, 2 regional. And when I was a student, I had the opportunity of creating different student associations, not only for the university, but also for the state. And my engagement within the community gave me different awards, either national or state awards. And I still have my associations there, despite I am here in Melbourne. But the people are definitely different from those in Sydney and Melbourne. They are very humble, very nice, very friendly. If you go out one night on a Friday or Saturday night, trust me, your hand will hurt because many people will ask you like to do some high five, probably because we are drunk, I don't know. But it's very common. And I used to live on the most known street, also known as Hanley Street. They do have universities, they have lots of bars, lots of clubs, lots of shisha areas where all students, they go and chill after uni. And they do have some student accommodation too. I remember whenever I was getting out of my building, on the right, I had my university. On the left, I had all the shopping centers, all the entertainment. It was a very lively place. Even sometimes I would leave uni at 4 or 5 in the morning. There'll be still people, very safe place. In France, in different schools, they do teach English as a subject. So not many students take it seriously because they are like, why do we have to learn English when we are in France? But because my parents always taught me to be very serious with the studies, so I took the English class very serious. And I took it till my major, till high school. And I love watching English movies, English programs as well. I love TV reality shows, so I would be watching Big Brother from UK, from Australia, Canada, and even the movies. The movies are much more interested when you watch the original version, when the movies are actually in English, so you get to hear the real voice of your favorite actor. So that's how I learned English, and even my social medias are actually in English. So you do have the option of changing the language. So my social media is in English. So that's how I've been able to be more comfortable with the language. So for the shopping, I find everything quite affordable. It's okay. Some are a bit more expensive. It's quite hard or nearly impossible to find French products, I have to admit, because Australia produces their own goods, which is actually good. And in terms of clothing, there's different brands, the same model, which is funny. So sometimes if I want to go to buy an outfit and at Target and I find it a bit too pricey, I would probably go to Kmart and find probably the same outfit. And besides that, everything is quite easy to find, I have to admit. And yes, it's not that I will end being broke. Of course, in terms of big brands, then they are what they are worth, so they are a bit more costly. But in general, everything is good. I can't complain about the price of life here in Australia. So in terms of music, I actually have a particular type of music which is called Afrobeat. So it's basically African music, more with beats. And what I like here in Australia is, despite Australia has their own local artists, or there's different international artists such as Beyonce or Rihanna or even Justin Bieber who will come and perform here, but there's also other opportunities for artists from different countries to actually perform here. So there's lots of Afrobeats singers from Africa who actually come and perform here in Australia. And what's interesting is when they come to Australia, they don't go and perform in one state, they go and perform in different states. And sometimes there'll be also people from other states, such as Adelaide, who will drive all the way to Melbourne just to attend the concert, maybe because they have lots of friends here who are going to the concert in Melbourne. So they will make that effort to drive or to fly or even take the bus from Adelaide to Melbourne just for a concert. But it's actually great that Australia gives that opportunity to international artists to actually come and perform here, to perform in front of their community or their fans. So that's what I really like about music here in Australia. So I had a great experience as a student at the University of South Australia. I really love how many opportunities students can have. They can express themselves freely. So as I said, I did interior design, but despite my studies, I was able to actually create different associations. Sometimes my lecturers would come and attend some of my events or even purchase, food from different countries. And there are so many international students, which is great because I really like multiculturalism, because I find it the best way to actually know more about history or geography or more about people themselves and their personal belief. So being able to be studying in a state which promotes lots of culture was great. I had the opportunity to meet different community leaders or even the ministers or even some CEOs. So due to the fact that I was president, I could actually, I was invited to different conference or talks to deliver some speech or to talk about the importance of students within the multiculturalism. So I was also able to deliver a speech at the Parliament House, and there were different ministers. Very great experience. It's a good way of networking as well. So I like how different community leaders, they keep on pushing the students to succeed, not only within their studies, but also to succeed as a leader, which I believe I did. And within my leadership, I was trying to empower different students as well, encouraging them to do what they believe is right, to actually do what they really want to do, which was great. And I remember one of my associations were helping students to find a job, so which I believe the association could do to help the students to find jobs as well. But if you come as an international student, definitely go to Adelaide. That's definitely the best place because it's so small that everyone is willing to help everyone because you get to know many people as well. So Adelaide is definitely the best place to study as an international student in Australia. After graduating a few years ago, I went straight away on a 485 temporary graduate visa. So within that visa, it's lasted me 2 years and I was able to work. So I worked in Sydney for a few months and I am now working in Melbourne as an interior designer. And within that visa, there's not much difference. I can work as many jobs as I want with a minimum of 20 hours a week. But I can not only work as an interior designer, I can even do modeling if I want. I can work as a waitress, why not? So I can I can work as many different jobs as I want. So that visa is very flexible. So I am very grateful that I took my studies in English in France very seriously, because thanks to that, I was able to study here in Australia as well. And within my studies, which were in English here, I could understand everything, the whole course. And the importance of English is, mostly in Australia, it doesn't only allow you to study here, but it also opens more doors, not only for your visa, but also to open your own business. And also English is actually an international language. So whenever you learn English, you can use it all over the world, and it's the main language spoken all across the world. And that's why I think if you don't really have an English base, I will definitely encourage you to go and enroll on the website studyenglishinaustralia.com, where you can find the different courses being given here, the different campuses, and the different states offering the course which you want. I had a great time in Adelaide, and I will definitely do every single thing I've done.